If you're going to get into the Airbnb space, you're probably wondering how to be an Airbnb host, or especially how to be a good one. How do you get people to want to stay in your place? And once they stay in your place, how do you get them to want to come back over and over and over again? Let's go. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments and Power Up Real Estate. And on this channel, our greatest passion is helping you create passive income through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. And this video is brought to you by the Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle, where we help students just like you build businesses, buy real estate, and create a life. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can join our family of entrepreneurs that are building passive income and creating the lives of their dreams. Smash that thumbs up button and turn on that bell notification so you get notified every time we do a video. Now let's figure out how to be an Airbnb host. The very first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you pick the right market, because whether you're a good host or a bad host, you can't have a bad market, because the market drives income for Airbnb exclusively. And quite frankly, it's the same with any type of real estate. Market drives profit. So if you're going to pick an Airbnb market that's going to truly generate revenue, you want to pick a market that has great Airbnb metrics. Now, what are some of those metrics? The metrics that we look for is, number one, we look for hotel prices nearby our place. Now, why would we look at hotel prices? I want to know what a night costs to stay in that city that's close to my Airbnb. So if they're going to not say yes to a Marriott, or they're going to say no to a Hilton, why are they going to pick my place? Okay, so it has a kitchen, it has a couch, has a place to relax. Okay, but I know if they can get an $80 night at Marriott, I'm probably not going to be able to charge $300-400 a night for a one-bedroom, one-bath house. So I have to make sure the market drives profit. And one of those metrics is, what are hotels charging in the area, so we can understand what a night in that area actually costs. Another metric is the occupancy rate. We look at how occupied are these units, meaning are they hitting 40%, 50, 60, 80, some even above 90% occupancy. So the question is, in certain markets, are occupancy rates high? And one of the ways you can usually know if occupancy rates are high is if there are a lot of hotels. Hotels do a lot of work to make sure they spend a lot of money to make sure they understand market metrics. So if a ton of hotels are going up in the area, they obviously know there's a lot of travelers there. However, that cuts both ways, and here's why. Hotels that come in droves, when you have one hotel, then two, then 10, then 15, that's more competition. There's an old statement we say in real estate, cranes in the air, beware. And the reason we say that is because when development's happening, great, it adds more supply to the industry, but it weakens demand, because the more supply that is available, the more options they have. So if you have one or two or three hotels and then 10, you know that's a great place to own, but you have to also understand there's more competition. So in that market, we look at a couple big metrics. One is, what's a night cost to stay in the city? And number two, what's the occupancy rate in that city? And the second thing you're going to do is choose that space. You're going to make sure you choose your space. Whether it's a home you own or a home you rent, you can Airbnb both. So maybe you own a vacation home and you want to Airbnb that home when you're not in town. Great. Pick that space. You've got to furnish it, and you have to make it Airbnb ready. What does Airbnb ready mean? Airbnb ready means it's not just so you can live in it, it's so that all guests can live in it. For example, let's say you don't like coffee. If you don't like coffee, no worries, but most people do. So you need to have a coffee maker. Let's say you don't really use the microwave that much. Okay, that's fine. Most people do. You probably need to have a microwave. Let's say here's a crazy example. Let's say you're a raw foodist. You only eat raw food. You don't need a stove. Most people do. So you've got to have a stove. The idea here is it's not just so you can live in it. You have to think about the masses. You have to furnish it so people want to stay there. The third thing is you want to create your listing. One of the best home sharing sites or vacation rental sites, of course, is Airbnb. Another one is VRBO. These vacation rental sites allow you to list your property for free, and they take a portion on the back end of every person that stays there. When you create your listing, a couple things you need to do is you need to make sure, number one, the title really tells a lot about the property. One bedroom, one bath, condo near the beach. That tells me what kind of place it is. If it's house, San Antonio, that doesn't tell me a lot about the place. So you want to, in the title, do as much work as you can. Now, most of these sites, they're not going to let you put loads of characters. Sometimes you can only put 25 characters or 50 characters in the title, so you have to choose those words very carefully, but you want to keep playing with those words to make sure that you can get as much content in there as possible. For example, when you're saying bedroom, just say BR. It saves on characters. You can jam more into the title. But that title is really key when building your listing. There's actually 3 things when building your listing you have to make sure. Number 1, you need to nail the title. Number 2, you need to nail the photos. Number 3, you need to nail the description. Because those are the 3 things that drive all bookings on all home sharing sites. It's the title, photos, description. And if it's not in there, and if they have to ask a lot of questions, there's an old statement we say in business: confused buyers never buy. The reason that a lot of education happens inside of marketing is people want customer to have all the information so they can make a quick decision. Same thing for your Airbnb. Title, photos, description. Then the 4th thing you're going to do is set your price. Now your price is going to be dictated by, of course, the market. If other 2-bedroom, 2-bath houses are going for $100 a night, you're going to be hard pressed to charge $300 a night. You're going to have to be competitive to the area. Now, if you offer something somebody else doesn't, you can go up a little bit. Let's say you have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but you have a pool. Okay, well, you can charge a little bit more for that. So again, the price is dictated by the market and, of course, by your listing. One of the ways you figure that out is go on Airbnb, go on VRBO, and see what other places are renting for that are like your place. That'll tell you what you're able to get in that market for the kind of listing you have. The other thing you want to make sure you have is scaled pricing. Scaled pricing means the pricing changes based on the weekends. If people are traveling on 4th of July or Labor Day or Memorial Day, those are higher travel weekends. Spring break are higher travel weekends. You want to be charging more for your place during that so that you can generate more revenue and still provide a great product to the market. So your price is set by your market, but it's also set by the time of year people are booking. And the 5th thing you want to do is build your team. So to become a great host, you got to build your team. So the team is really built of a couple different people. Number 1, you got to have home sharing sites or apps. Airbnb, VRBO, I consider them part of my team. Then you've got to have a cleaning person that cleans every single time a guest moves out. Then you got to have a maintenance person that fixes broken cabinet doors and stoves that aren't working and couch leg that got snapped off when somebody sat on it, whatever the thing may be, because things are going to happen. You got to have maintenance teams that'll actually work on and make sure you get this completely done. And then the last thing you need is a manager to manage all those people. Now, if that's not going to be you, you can actually hire an Airbnb management team or a vacation rental management team that will do this for you, and they'll take anywhere from 15 to 25%. Having an Airbnb is a great way to generate revenue and make a lot of money in real estate and create side hustles and streams of income that boost your bottom line in your life. If you'd like more information about our Real Estate Ignition Inner Circle, a mastermind group that we created to help people just like you create passive income, build businesses, and grow their life, make sure you click the link in the description. You can fill out an application, hop on the phone with our team, and we'll let you know all about our REIIC that helps people just like you. I hope to see you on there, and I'll definitely see you in the next video.